Hi everyone, I'm Ella, a life balance and career coach, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that comes up a lot in the conversations that I have with people about their careers and actually life more broadly often. And it's this idea that actually what is possible for you? Because one of the things I hear again and again isn't said in a big dramatic way, but quietly, is things like, I can't do that, that wouldn't work for me, oh, that's fine for other people, but not people like me. And it's said just like it's a fact, like it's already been decided. So often people have already written themselves out of possibilities before they've even explored them. Not because they don't want something different, but because somewhere along the way they have decided that's not for me. That's not something someone like me can achieve. And often that decision hasn't actually come from real evidence. It's come from things such as past experiences, confidence knocks along the way, responsibilities we hold, expectations both from other people and those that we put on ourselves, or just being in the same environment for a long time and thinking that's kind of it for you. So your world slowly gets smaller and smaller without you even realizing it. And what I want to gently challenge today is just that. Because what I've seen working with people is that when people start to question those assumptions, the possibilities open up. I've seen people go from feeling completely stuck to creating something that actually fits them in this stage of life. It might not be perfect and it certainly might not happen overnight, but real, meaningful change. I'm thinking about one of my clients called Emma, who was waking up every day to go into a job that felt really heavy for her, a workplace that just didn't feel good, a role where she never felt quite good enough. And now she's a children's entertainer, which when you say it out loud sounds like a huge shift. But actually, it fits her so well. It fits her energy, it fits her personality, her creativity. And actually, the leap wasn't that big when we started digging into it together. And she absolutely loves what she does now. I'm also thinking about another client of mine called Caroline, who realised that what she needed in that point in her life wasn't to keep pushing forward in the same way she had throughout her career, but actually what she wanted was to step back for a bit at least, to focus on her family, on her home with lots of renovations going on. And that shift for her wasn't just practical, it was emotional too. Letting go of the idea that stepping back meant that she was less than she had been before, understanding that it didn't have to be forever and that she could choose what she needed now without writing off the rest of time. And then there was Sophie, who had this sense that she wanted a career change. In fact, she had been studying, had achieved a qualification, but she felt stuck in the process after that. Applications weren't quite landing. She was getting interviews, but then not getting through, and her confidence was dipping. She was kind of second guessing herself whether this was meant to be. And through tweaking how she approached things, looking at her CV together, getting some support to turn up and show how capable she was as the person she already was, all of those beautiful transferable skills she had, she ended up with two really strong offers, exactly what she wanted to do. Now, all of those look quite different outcomes, but the thing that they have in common is that at some point, each of them could have said, and actually probably did say during our sessions, this isn't possible for me. And they could have stayed exactly where they were, but instead, they allowed themselves to explore, well, what if it is something that I could do? What if I could put things in place to achieve that? Not in a big dramatic kind of blow up your life kind of way, but in a steady, thoughtful, let me actually think this through properly kind of way. And that's really what I want to leave you with today. Not you can do anything, not completely reinvent your life, not throw everything out you've already achieved, but simply what might be possible for you that you've already decided isn't. Where might you have quietly written yourself off already? And what would happen if you just opened that door just a little bit again? Because often it's not about having the perfect answer straight away. It's often about allowing that question to just sit with you, allowing it back in. And if you're in that space where you're thinking, I do know something needs to change, but I don't know what or actually how, then that's exactly the kind of thing that I support people with through my business of Ella Coaching. We create space to think things through, explore what's possible, and figure out what actually fits you with a practical plan to go and achieve it. So rather than thinking you need to have everything figured out, I want to leave you with one simple question just to get the thought processes started. What might be possible for you now? Not worrying about how. I don't want you to think about whether it's realistic or practical or whether it's financially possible. Leave all that behind. Just what might be possible. Because often that shift doesn't start with a big decision. It starts with allowing the questions back in, the thought processes, the wonderings. If this resonated, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you'd like some support figuring this out for yourself, with me, with some support alongside, then you'll find the details below. Don't forget to subscribe for more life and career related videos, and I will see you next time.